Hi, and welcome to One Stories. So I'm just here to tell you a little bit about what this is and why it matters to you. So my name is Wendy Babcock. I'm an international and TEDx speaker, author, and the paid stage speaking coach. That means I've been speaking for about 7.5 years, and I teach speakers how to get on stages and get paid to speak. What I've learned from working with clients is their stories matter. And it's in helping them develop their signature talk where I realized that your stories are so important to whatever it is you teach. So whether you're teaching business strategies, corporate, entrepreneurial type of strategies for sales, marketing, you name it, what really makes it stick for people is the stories, right? So you can teach something, but if you don't showcase it with a story, and as we know, stories are 22 times more memorable than facts and statistics alone. That's what makes you and your talk more relatable, more memorable, and the information is retained. But as I speak to people who either want to be speakers, who are kind of toying around with the idea, I'm learning that people have really transformative stories. And so about a year ago, I had this idea. I'm like, what if I created a stage similar to a TEDx, which is all about, the ideas worth sharing. But what if it was about your story, your transformative moments, the pivotal things that happen in your life that kind of create a before and after effect, right? You can go back on your life and say, wow, yeah, before my surgery, before this traumatic thing happened, before my divorce, before whatever it is, there's a before and after. There's almost a line it creates in your life. And you have this moment, and maybe it's a dark moment, but maybe it's a really bright, wonderful moment, but it changes you. And so I wanted to create this stage for people, like I said, similar to a TEDx, where you tell this defining moment in your life. But it's also something that's impactful and encouraging for others so that they can learn from what you went through. I've been through a lot in my life, and I usually do share my stories on stage. And it's, I tell a bit about, kind of those impactful moments in my life, but then I share how I got out of it, how I lifted myself up, or how I found help to lift me out of it, and what my life looks like now. So that's what a one story is. It's when did everything change for you, and how did you emerge from that? So what makes this different is it's almost like if TEDx and Chicken Soup from the Soul had a baby, okay? So I know that some people just want to share their stories. So this will be a great platform. But I also know that there are speakers and entrepreneurs that also know the value of telling their story to help build their business, right? Because we know that stories make us more relatable. People buy from you as a person, not from just the product that you're selling them. You can have two people that sell the same makeup brand, but they choose to buy from you as a person, as a human. And yeah, the product's great, but they buy from you for a reason. And so I wanted to create this visibility package for speakers and entrepreneurs who are interested in sharing their when moments, because it does help people see who you are. So what it is, it's a 20-minute talk, which you get 6 weeks of coaching through to help for your talk development with me. We do 6 weeks of training. It's a hybrid event, so live and virtual, depending on how you want to show up. It's the live talk. Then what we do is we pull the audio and put it on a branded podcast. We pull the audio, transcribe it for a book anthology. So now you have a live stage, a book, and a branded podcast. So all the video footage will go to a branded YouTube page, branded social media channels. So it's a visibility package is what it is. And we're launching it September 20th. Now, for this talk, we only have 20 spots available. I've already got 5 spots taken, and then we're launching it at my event, Warrior Unchained, this year. But I wanted to introduce it because I'm going to start interviewing some people for the YouTube channel and for the podcast, just to kind of share what one story might look like. And then you can decide if it might be right for you, or maybe just something you really want to listen to. Your stories have the capability to not just change your life, but did you know that telling positive, encouraging stories can actually change someone's brain chemistry? It can give them the boosts of dopamine that they need to make positive changes in their lives. That's why books like Chicken Soup for the Soul were so impactful, and why people couldn't get enough of them. That's why the TEDx stage is so impactful, right? The branded stage is people sharing what they're passionate about and those brilliant ideas. I've done a TEDx, and I'm one of the exceptions because usually it takes people multiple times to get a TEDx. There's an application process, there's an approval process, sometimes there's even like a tryout. When stories will be different in the way that there still will be an application process, but we look at it from a different perspective. So TEDx, it's a phenomenal platform. Again, like I said, I did one. I talked about online bullying and how kindness can help, change that. But it's not promotional. You're not supposed to use a TEDx to promote yourself or your business. And so they're really careful about who they select. With When Stories, we want you to promote yourself. It's a visibility package. So you get to talk about these challenging moments and where you're at now, right? We can include links to your business and to whatever it is you're doing to drive traffic to wherever you want people, driven to. It's an anthology book. So there's a lot of speakers out there who really aren't authors, who don't want to be authors. We transcribe your 20-minute talk into a book anthology. If you don't have time to get on lots of podcast episodes, but it's important for visibility, we pull the audio of your talk, we put it on the podcast, and you get a 15-minute interview if you choose to go in front of that podcast episode. So it's a whole package. And we know it's important for speakers and entrepreneurs to get their story out there and to have visibility. So that's how we differentiate from other branded stages. We want to promote you. We want you to have the footage so that you can share that with your audiences so people get to know who you really are. And then they get to make that determination if you're who they want to buy from. So When Stories, you're going to see a lot more from me coming up here pretty soon. Again, we're launching September 20th. And we've got 2 live speakers on the Warrior and Change stage. And I'm so excited because you're going to get to see the footage of them speaking. And that will roll into the first anthology and be on the podcast. So leading up to that, I just wanted to share a little bit about what this is. So if you happen to stumble upon the channel, maybe you saw me on social media, share it, or maybe you just some fluke, whatever you put into the search bar, this happened to come up. So you know what When Stories is. It's when everything changed and your story emerged. So we hope you follow us. Please subscribe, please share, and we hope you share your When story as well.